Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my attempt at a random challenge generated on James Turner's website. So on his site you can choose random build, a tiny home, or even a cast family. Today I'm choosing a tiny home, and you hit the generate button, challenge yourself with a random selection of tasks. This is the example. This is just what popped up first. So it tells you how many tiles, what style it is supposed to be, how many Sims are living in the home, what your budget is, and then a special item that you must include. So I hit the generate button 3 times, and here is our challenge. So what I'm gonna do is jump into CAS and create a family of a young adult, 2 teens, and a child, and I will see you guys very shortly. So here is our little family that we have started. I have big sister Holly Robbins, and then I have the twin brothers. We have Jeff and Drew. So Jeff is the more preppy one and Drew is like the more punkish one. I just thought that was a fun theme to go with, especially for decorating their rooms. And then they have their little sister Serena, and they are all siblings. So we are going to create a home with them using the parameters right here. So we need to have no more than 90 tiles for this home to style our build like Willow Creek. We have to have a room for a young adult, 2 teens, and a child. So I think that we could probably squeeze in 3 bedrooms, but our budget is very small. It is only 41,173 simoleons. It might be a little bit tight, and we have to include the Alpine piece painting, which I don't think will be a problem. It's actually a pretty affordable piece. And without further ado, I think we are going to just jump right into the speed build. So here we are building the outer shell for the build. I made sure to only make it, so far it was 89 tiles, and I made room for the front porch because I was styling it like the other homes that you may see in Willow Creek. And then I just added the cheapest staircase I could to start off, and also the matching railing, and I wanted to make sure that the wood tones match. So I tried to make it very simple at first, and I did use like the cheapest furniture that was reasonable at first as well, just in case, because the budget, even though it looks pretty big, I always struggle because I end up having to use like my favorite items, and of course some of my favorite items tend to be expensive. So there I am finishing up. I'm adding that one more tile to that awkward little space just to make it more square. And now you see a bunch of different boxes here, but I was really just trying to map out which room was which. So obviously the room with the toilet is the bathroom, and the room with the fridge is the kitchen. And I actually move this archway over. That room where the archway is leading into is going to be like the hallway space that leads into the bedrooms. And obviously that hallway space needs a little touching up. So that is what I'm doing next after I add the doors. I made a very interesting shape here. It's like a little skinny hallway, goes back to that far room, and then 2 rooms on the other side. And I made a little slanted wall just to make that hallway appear bigger. So here's a bunk bed for the twin teens. I keep struggling with that. And also a single child's bed for the child sim. And then a double bed would not fit in the older sister's room, so I just went with a nice single bed that looked a little more grown up. And here's our living room setup. I pick out this couch. I think that's from Paranormal Stuff. Don't quote me on it. Could be from high school years. Just because I really liked it and I thought it was a good size. I didn't know if I'd be keeping that couch, but I did, in fact, end up keeping that couch, just in a different swatch. And then figuring out the kitchen setup. I really like these cottage living counters, but I wanted to use a darker wood tone. I always use like a lighter wood tone or one of the funky colors, but I was trying to keep it kind of classic. And around here is where I decided that a galley style kitchen would work better for this space, but I still wanted that fridge in the corner, so I do end up changing that up a little bit. I put a little corner piece and I moved the fridge over, and that little space in between the fridge and the counter where the sink is, don't worry, your Sims can get to the bathroom just fine. I did play test it. So we are okay. I made sure that that worked. And here's the living room space / dining room. I put a little tiny table right there from base game, and also the chairs right behind the couch, and that ends up being the very functional dining space. Sims never sit at the table all at once anyway, so I figured it wouldn't really matter. Use this lovely sink from Cottage Living, also in all white. It's beautiful. And then, of course, my favorite shower tub combo back there in the bathroom. And here I am figuring out end tables and like furniture situations for these rooms, because I was a little concerned I wouldn't be able to fit everything I wanted in these rooms. So as long as I could fit a bed, an end table, a dresser of some kind, I thought it would be a good idea. And then for the little girl's room, I decided to go for this little hanging clothes rack with some storage up top. I thought that was cute and gave me an excuse to use the hanging clothes, which I love. And you saw real quick, just making sure I could fit a dresser into the boys' room. But that changes later because it's too weird. It's too tall. Didn't really match any of the wood tones on the bunk bed. And here I am working on the roofing. Again, trying to style it after the other homes in Willow Creek. And I add this lovely little turret thing from Cats and Dogs up here on this little cubey shape in the corner. I thought it actually looked really cute. So I put that there in the yellow swatch with the white siding pieces in the corners. So then later when I do pick the outer wallpaper, oh my gosh, I'm struggling today. The outer wallpaper or siding for the home, I made sure to pick a similar yellow tone, and then here I am fixing this roof. Little trick there, you just double the roof and then pull back the little overhang, and it works out very nicely. So here's picking the siding, and it has the same kind of like wood, or not wood, the white capping pieces on either side, but of course it didn't show up on that corner, so I added a column as a, here, this is supposed to be here. It's a little bit of a brighter wood, or white tone. Wow, I'm really struggling. I'm sorry. Had a long morning. But here we are picking out the windows. I also picked out those little, strangely shaped, oblong triangles for each roof piece up in the top. I thought it was cute there. And then just these base game windows in this darker wood tone to match the rest of the home. And you'll see that little checklist I have with our challenge requirements. It will change soon to the different style. This was the transparent style I was trying, but I didn't like how it looked on the video overlay when I went and checked it, so I did change it. So when you see it change, you'll also notice I tick off a few of the items that we had already completed. But there's the kitchen. I talked right through it, but I used Parenthood tile to finish it up. I thought the yellow tone in the little curtain pieces on the upper cabinets, that tile fit in really nicely. And then I picked this also base game wallpaper for the living room in this peachy tone. I thought it looked really cute because it kind of sort of matches the blanket on the couch. Again, same couch as before, just different swatch. And then I use these eco lifestyle curtains on the windows in here. And I think after this I just picked a plant for the table. I believe I used the one from Greenhouse Haven, and I also used that hanging plant from Paranormal Stuff because I love that plant. It is so pretty. Here's a little end table from Snowy Escape, and then I'm picking out the little entryway decorations here, the bags and the little mail slot, and also this little coat rack, which I thought was a nice little touch to have. And then I think I just added a little bit of clutter to this table. Yes, I do a phone and keys and maybe a hat and some water bottles. Had to add the water bottles, and then I changed the tone of this archway, and here you'll see it change. And I tick off the 90 tile box, the style Willow Creek box, and enough room for all of our Sims. And also there you go, I just added the Alpine piece painting right there on the wall. I said, oh look, I can check that off too. Bloop. That took me a little bit of time to figure out in the editing process, but I did. I couldn't find any instructional videos on it, so I might actually make an instructional video on that. It was really, I don't know, it was just weird. It seemed easy after I figured it out, but when I was trying to figure it out, I was very confused. It took me much longer than I'd like to admit as a beginner. But here's the boys' room. I did change up the dresser for this Parenthood one, another hat, some bottles of cologne, and also a little stack of dirty laundry, and then there's a crate of records right there. And I thought that was a nice little touch for our punky Sim. Maybe he enjoys listening to music in his little retro style of using the record player, which I can't wait until I have the money to buy the newest kit that just came out that came with the record player, because that's so going in here. as soon as I have that pack. But Mama's short on money, so can only do what we can do. Anyway, here's the rest of the room. Just picking out this lovely base game curtain in this newer swatch that they added not too long ago. Love it very much. Same thing on this side. The window was giving me some trouble. It wasn't snapping properly. So that was fun. And then I just used the tool mod to lower it down and also size it down a smidge. And adding the same floorboards and this rug from Parenthood as well. I was just looking through all the swatches on every single rug in the catalog until I found that one. It took me a very long time, so I'm sorry for all the cuts and fades. I was just really struggling. But here's some more posters and wall hangings. Those two I just placed are both from high school years, and then I think I placed one more poster down here, and it may be from university. Yes, it is from university, just this soccer poster down here. And in the hallway, very easy decorating, just some plants and that little photo frame collage for family photos and photos you may take in game. And then I use my favorite little daffodil painting right here up on the wall. And then I replaced the light with this hanging pendant light from Growing Together, but I do end up changing that later and moving that pendant into the entryway instead. And then here I'm trying to pick out a different light to go here in the hallway corner just because, and I really like that other light from Growing Together in that copper tone. I thought it was super cute. And of course more wall decorations. That's the activity corkboard and the to-do lists and the projects that are coming up and art projects that the kids all make. I thought that was a nice touch. Into the bathroom, we are also using the wallpaper and floor tile from Growing Together in here, and this little square base game ceiling light, which I also enjoy, and I don't use it too often, but I thought in here it worked really nicely. And then picking out those curtains on the wall there, and a little decoration over here by the toilet. So we have our toilet paper roll and the toilet plunger and cleaner combo. I was thinking about adding that little tray of bathing goods, but it didn't fit on the back of the toilet, so I gave up on that idea. I thought having that decorative laundry hamper right there would be a nice touch because there's a lot of Sims in this household, so I assume laundry would be, you'd want to keep it centralized and organized as you could. And then right here, I use the tiny living bathroom shelf on the back wall here behind the toilet, and you saw me place the candle down and all those decorations. I think the mirror that I pick might just be base game. Yes, this one with all the sticky notes on it. Very cute. And then little night light there just to add a little bit more light to the room. I didn't put any towels on the wall except for this hand towel here because there's a towel hanging on the shower, so I thought it was a little redundant. But I did add a little bathroom rug. And then we work on the little girl's room. I get rid of this bed because I wanted something a little different. When I decided to use that cloud wallpaper, I didn't want the clashing blues, so I picked that different bed from high school years. And I also replaced the toy box with this one instead that looks like ice cream. Replaced the table side light, which is the little moon. There's the flooring copied from the rest of the home. And then on the wall, I used the same poster or tapestry from high school years. So I went, after I placed this art piece, went and copied that from the teens room, and then I picked the swatch I wanted here with the little kitty in a box in space. I thought that was cute. And then used this high school years fluffy circular rug also. And then I think behind the bed I just used this toddler room stuff, the butterfly painting. That's what that is. I couldn't think about what that insect was called. My brain is really failing me. Changed the swatch on that cabinet thing too. It is now pink and white. And then working on Holly's room, big sister Holly. So I use those same curtains from the bathroom in the white shade, and then that lamp is from Seasons. And you'll see I changed the swatch on the dresser very shortly, but I wanted to add some makeup and some perfumes onto the dresser. And then I think after that I add some plants and maybe another phone and keys just for the sake of it. And then I don't know if I add a light or not. I don't think I do. I was thinking about adding that little plant assortment you just saw from movie hangout stuff, but I did not. That rug there is also from high school years in a very lovely shade of blue. I like all the shapes on there and how they kind of look like the same lines as what's on her bedspread. Oh, and also some leaf paintings in here because she loves plants. All the plants in this home are hers. Those are her babies, other than, of course, her siblings now. And this lovely light from Dream Home Decorator. And then I decided to change up the light in the boys' room as well while I was here. And I used this lovely fitness stuff pack light. I just sized it down a smidge because it was kind of big. And then back to her dresser. You'll see the swatch changed on that to the lighter wood tone, and I also changed the swatch on the end table to the all white swatch. And here's these little succulents going in here in the corner, and then I have a nice spot right between them for her phone and keys. Now in the living room here, adding some more lighting. So there's that double light that I put in from Growing Together, and I moved that pendant light here to the living room. And then the light in the hallway ends up being this one from Tiny Living in the white swatch. I thought that was super cute. And I think I just add one more area rug to complete this. And of course I have to do it in my favorite blue swatch because it just goes with everything. I can't help myself. Now finally realizing I had never added a railing to this front patio. So did that. And then I changed up the mailbox because that other one was horrendous. Absolutely hate that mailbox. Ugh. And then trash can, of course, so that I would not forget it. And there is a trash can in the kitchen this time. I remembered before I got to the end of the build, so I'm proud of myself. Here's some landscaping. So you'll see me just put in my favorite little trees that I like to put in the corners of all my builds, and then some different bushes and my lavender plants, of course, that I also include in every single build. And then you will see it just fade to being pretty much done. There it is. Use some azalea bushes, some climbing vines, and these are all debug plants. I pretty much always only use debug plants unless I use stuff from the Romantic Garden stuff pack, because I do like the flowers in there, but I hate spending my poor Sims money on plants that I imagine were already here anyway, and they didn't really need to buy them. I don't understand. I don't get the pricing system of the plants because I would never buy a bush for $300, but that's just me. And here I am with the gated off backyard. I thought that was a nice touch considering you have, like, you know, kids playing in the backyard. Maybe you want some privacy. Adding some more debug flowers. I love it. Some debug mushrooms, some rocks, and just some terrain paint to really blend everything all together here in the front. And then we tackle the back. So I use the same hydrangea bush on this side, just in a different tone. And then I was adding everything that we would need. So we have a swing set, and the monkey bars also will be going back here. And also that little play tent from Dream Home Decorator. I do put that right here. I love it. At first I thought it was only for toddlers, so I was very happy to find out that children can also use it. I haven't played with it in a while, so I was glad. I was glad I was wrong. And here's a nice little rounded area I put together here with just terrain paint for a lovely little fire pit. I thought the family would enjoy. That particular one is from the Little Campers kit. And because I used that fire pit, I thought that using the string lights on the fence would be a good idea so that I didn't just use one item from that kit. But if you don't have that kit, you can always replace it with any other fire pit, and instead of the string lights you can put up maybe the string lights from toddler room stuff, or I think there's even some debug ones from high school years, and also a horse ranch that you can put up there instead. So I tried to use some things from that pack that you could easily find a substitute for and wouldn't be a big deal. If you decide to download this home, I wouldn't be surprised if nobody does, because it's just a build challenge. You know, I don't expect it to get a lot of downloads, but I thought it was a lot of fun, and I really wanted to showcase James Turner because he's awesome, and all of his like build challenges are so much fun. All of his YouTube videos are so much fun. I'm a huge fan of him and Deli. So we are just finishing up the backyard here, adding a few more plants and lights. There's those lights I was talking about, and then just adding some finishing touches, and then we will hop in to our little tour. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, guys, and here is our little family in front of their finished home. It's very, very cute. I really like how it turned out. You'll notice a few little last-minute additions. So I did put in some outdoor lights here, and then also these string lights over here. I don't know if I showed them in the recording. If I did not, they are from the little campers kit. I put them all around the whole exterior fence up in that little open area. I thought it was perfect for that. I love the front entryway space. Everybody's going inside. Very cool. So we're just going to kind of follow them. We're going to follow them in here. So I love the front door is from Growing Together. And here's our little entryway space. We have nice little pretty low hanging light actually, but that's okay. And this mail slot over here, little coat rack, some water bottles, a phone and keys. And then over here we have the living space, nice TV. There's also a gaming console on the underside of this TV table. I thought that was a nice little addition for the brothers since they are both teenage boys and I assume they like to play video games together. They seem like they get along pretty well. Also another painting up on the wall there, and I think it's really cute. Oh, and that basket of towels and like blankets and stuff, the pillows, is from Eco Lifestyle. It's a really cute addition. Some more paintings on the walls up there, just some fruit. Just kind of thought it filled out the space nicely. And then in here to the kitchen, we just have a little bit of clutter. We have some cookbooks and a little pot with some cooking utensils in it, and a dish rack over here next to the sink, and paper towels, a little hanging hand towel on the back of the wall, and soap pump. And then if you come all the way back here, which I really hope they can squeeze in, this is why we're going to be play testing in case I have to move anything. This is their bathroom. Nice big bathroom. They're all going to be sharing it, so oh boy, that's going to be fun. But we just have a nice little laundry hamper here. And obviously that's just decoration. It's not usable. I did not put laundry in here because I didn't want to, and it wasn't exactly in the budget because we use such a nice things. Nice little sink, pedestal sink with a mirror on top and some sticky notes. I thought that was essential. Little toilet corner over here, nice little candle. The tiny living bathroom shelf up top there, plunger. Really nice. I thought it came out cute. Then we're going to come back out. Yeah, see, this might be a tight squeeze. We're going to find out if that works. If not, I can always move some stuff around. It's totally fine. Hey, guys. Just come on in. Aw, look, everybody gets along so well. Here's a nice little hallway space. There's a plant there and a plant there. A little painting, a nice photo collage area for when they have family pictures they can hang up. So we're going to go right past them into the little girl's room. So this is Serena's bedroom. She has lots of posters, nice toy box. That's her little hanging clothes setup because she doesn't have a dresser. The room doesn't really fit it, but I think that her bed, because it has some storage underneath, maybe she keeps like extra clothes down there. And then she has this lovely butterfly picture behind her bed and a nice little table side light. Very simple, but very cute. Oh, and a nice mirror on the way out the room as well. And we're going to come here. This is like their little decoration wall, so any important homework or projects they have to work on that goes on this cork board, and any art projects they might want to hang up. I thought that was a nice touch. Here is the oldest sister's room. So this is like the caregiver's room. She has a nice single bed, big enough for her, lots of storage underneath as well, some nice paintings on the wall. She loves plants, so I thought that was fitting. And then she has some other plants on her dresser, and her phone and keys, her perfume, her makeup, and a cute mirror, a nice view into the backyard. Then we're going to come out here and go past them one more time into the boys' room. So this is their bunk bed setup. I haven't decided who is going to have which bunk. I think the top bunk is going to be for the more punky twin, and then the bottom bunk will be for the more preppy twin. And then here's their dresser setup. They have a nice mirror, beautiful fitness stuff pack light, which I love. And then their dresser has all of their books and other things in it, some cologne, a hat, and some dirty laundry because, they're boys and they're teens. They don't really care about that. And that's it. So we're going to go to the backyard. All right. So into the backyard we go through the back gate. We have a lovely fire pit right here for everybody to enjoy. A nice little tent from Dream Home Decorator for the child sim and her friends. We have some swing set and monkey bars. It's very cute. And then over there is the preppy twin playing chess. I thought that was Isn't that just nice? He's helping us. And a little grill also, so they have another spot to cook and eat outside if they want to. And over here we have, pardon the lag, I have a lot going on my computer right now. This is our little gardening plot back here. I thought it was really nice to give them a space to grow their own fruits and vegetables, or just flowers, and maybe sell them. And then if you come back here through this back gate, you can get to the little park space that's back here, because as you can see, there's a path that goes through this part of the world all the way over here, and then it leads into that park space over there. But that is pretty much it for this build. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you wanted to try out James Turner's random build generator, I will provide you the link. There's tiny home and also regular home generator, and it's really, really cool. It obviously is, perfect for if you have builder's block or you're just looking for something new to try. It's up to your own interpretation if you want to take everything literally, or if you want to use it as a jumping off point to make something bigger. Like if I were to play with this family, I'd probably get right to work earning those simoleons, because I would really want to expand and really work on getting some more space for all of these Sims. It's a lot of people crammed into this tiny 90 tile home, but I think it came out really cute. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Leave any comments or suggestions for anything else you want to see in the future, and please be sure to like and subscribe because it really helps me out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.